Hey, how's it going, everybody? So, in the last video, I said that I would show you how I made my space elevator up to my space station there. So, we're going to jump in here, and I'm going to jump into a creative game, and let's head down to the planet, and I'm going to show you the things I had to go through in order to build my space station out here where my pod is right now, way out in space. Because one of the limitations in the game right now is the build ceiling. And the build ceiling is the clouds. So we need a way to get above the clouds. And there is a way to get there. Oh, there we go. Now that we've done that. So I've got a pyramid over there, and I thought I saw one over there when I came in, and maybe one over there. So we have places to build, but it doesn't really matter where we build this. So, things that we're going to need. Now, this is going to be something kind of mid-game that you can make because you're going to need the resources to build yourself a large rover, which is going to take exochips, aluminum alloy, and rubber. So, let's put that little guy there. And then we're going to go over here, and we need a rover seat. Because we're going to need somewhere to sit. Now, we're also going to need, up here, wait, there it is. We're going to need an RTG. Because power. There we go, now that we're powering up the buttons on that thing, or the battery. So, not that. That, yes. Okay. Other things we're going to need is a paver. So, we're also going to need a drill bit. Because you're going to have to go over to the hills or a mountain like that one and probably destroy most of that mountain to get enough soil to do this. Because one other thing that we're going to need is the medium soil canister, which is not in this one. Over here. No, that is the large resource canister. What are you doing? There it is. No, that's medium resource. We want this one. So you're going to need the soil canister. And because I'm in creative, I don't need the soil canister, but if you're playing just a regular game, you are going to need it. And you're probably going to need about 2 or 3 of them attached to your rover. Which is why you're going to need to mow down probably about 3/4 of that mountain just to fill those 3 canisters. So it's kind of dark here right now. So I'm going to go over here and we are going to go down here and make ourselves a couple of spinelli seeds. And then I'm going to go here and we're going to make Sylvie. And I am going to attach Sylvie right there on the front because we want to be able to see what we're doing. Put another one on top of it and then spare seed there, and now we'll be able to see what we're doing. So that's a little better. Now I could flatten out an area right here, and I think I probably will. So let's actually move our rover over here. And I'm going to use this because this thing is true flat. And we're going to go into the properties here. Yes, I am cheating just a little bit here. I'm going to increase the size of that, and we're going to ignore the hardness. Because hardness, we don't need hardness. And I'm just going to flatten out an area here. Did I change the distance? No, I did not change the range. Let's change the range up to 8,500. That way we can actually stand in one spot and flatten out a really big area and not have to worry about it. So that thing should go away here in a second. And that should be a big enough area right there. Okay. Well, you know what? Apparently it wasn't enough. So let's just dig a hole, drop it in there, and then we'll just re-flatten that area. Perfect. Well, now we've got a flat area to work from here. Let's flatten out a bit of this too while we're at it, because I like how it looks. Okay. Jumping our rover here. And we're going to come around here. So, we need to make ourselves a ramp that goes up above the clouds. And the only way to do that is with this rover. So, let's fire up our paver. And we're going to start building ourselves a ramp. And I'm just going to sit here, hold forward and left. And I'm just going to make a spiral that continually goes up. So, we're going to keep doing this until we reach above the clouds. So, without touching my mouse, this angle that I've already set, it should stay on that angle, and it's just going to keep going round and round and round all the way up to the clouds. Hopefully it doesn't level off. It has done that to me before. The default camera angle seems to change this a bit because the angle that you set your paver and your drill at is tied to your camera. So as long as you don't touch anything else, it should stay where you put it. Now this is going to take a couple of minutes to get up there. The clouds are like way up there. But we're making progress. And I'm trying not to make this ramp on too steep of an angle. There are two ways of doing this. One is to make this ramp and just make it in a spiral and then attach your rail posts to the inside of it. And I want them to go up in a straight line. I don't want them to be twisting around all the way up there, because they've got a maximum reach between the rail posts. So if the ramp is too far apart, then you won't be able to attach all of them on one side, but we can get around that if we go down to the bottom and we manage to find a perfectly vertical voxel on the side of the ramp here. We can start with that and just use flatten on the tool and then just go straight up with that. And once the ramp is made, you can walk up the ramp or even use your hoverboard and go up that ramp and go past the build ceiling because the ramp is already there. The ramp breaks the build ceiling. So, yeah. When you're using the paver, it really limits the speed that your rover can go at. So, it's going to take you a while to get up there. And like, we're not making super fantastic speed here, but I haven't touched the mouse, and hopefully this thing is still going on the same angle. I don't want to move the mouse around and, you know, be looking down or up or to the sides or anything like that, because then that indicator on the front there will change. The little bar will go up or down, and then your ramp angle is going to completely change on you. And you might think you're going up when, you know, but you looked around and all of a sudden now you're going back down. So set it, forget it. Just leave it on that angle and let her go. We are getting closer to the clouds here. And we've almost reached the height. So we're almost at build height right now. And this is where the limit should be. But this thing breaks that limit. So in about another minute here, we should be at the build limit and going past it. It shouldn't affect this at all. Now, I put Sylvie on the front there so that we would have enough light to be able to see here. Even though the sun is in the sky at the moment, once we get past the build limit here, light becomes an issue. So you're going to want one of these with you. Okay. We have reached the build limit, and we're still going up, which is a good thing. Or at least it looks like we're still going up. I haven't seen the rest of my ramp down over here yet. So that means we're still going up on a decent angle, and we're still going, and we're past the build limit now. We're effectively at the top of the clouds now. So I'm just going to keep this going up for another couple of minutes here so that we actually get, you know, significantly above that limit. And then I'll make myself a platform up there. And then we're going to run the rail bundles. I'm going to get myself 2 rail bundles. Should be about all I need to reach there. And we're going to go from the ground, and we're going to plant posts all the way up to the ramp that we make. Okay, so we are above the clouds now. So I'm just going to change this a bit, and we're going to go out here, and I'm going to angle down a bit. And we're going to stop here. Okay, there we go. Now you can see the spiral that we made. It comes all the way up here. And the build limit is like down here at the bottom of these clouds, and we're up here at the top of the clouds. So if I jump here and we fly around, I can't go up, which means we're past the build limit. So that's perfectly fine. And we're just gonna, there we go. Had to run around. Oh, Sylvie ate her other seed. Okay, there's another one waiting for you. So I'm just gonna make myself a platform here. And I'm going to bring it over there. Because we're going to need something to connect to. let's check this out. That should be okay right there. It pretty much comes right to the edge of that. So, now we got to go down there and then start attaching rail posts. So, let's go. Since we're in creative mode, we can't die. Kablunk. And we're on the ground. Alright, so they look like they're fairly close together, which is a good thing. Well, they look like they're fairly close together from down here. Should be able to run posts. If I start them, let's say, right here at the edge of this. You know what? Let's extend this out a little bit. And I'll put one right there. And then we're going to go up and try and put one there and see if they're actually close enough. I think they are. Now, I am going to run into one problem here. And that problem is the rail post bundles. Now, these things, they're okay, but I have found that when I deploy rail posts, I can no longer do this. I can't move my camera. Once I deploy one of these, my camera locks here at the furthest distance, and you can't zoom in anymore. So I'm not sure why it does that, but it does. So we're going to put these up here. Z will activate the left one, X will activate the right one. So let's go over here, and I'm actually going to zoom my guy in, and I'll show you what this does. Deploy that, and my camera is now locked. So I can't do anything with my camera now. Let's put it over here somewhere. It doesn't appear to like that one, but we'll put one right there. Okay, so now my camera is locked at that distance. Okay, maybe it was just me. I probably had my camera zoomed all the way back the last time I did it. So now my camera is going to lock at the closest distance. Hooray. Okay, so let's make this here. Perfect. And we're just going to fly up here and check and see if this will actually work. Come on. There we go. Yes, they are close enough. So put it right there. Rotate that way and attach that. So there. They're close enough. I should be able to keep this going all the way up in a straight line. Right. Nope, 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 nope. Come on. Over here. And there. So I'll be able to go up here until we reach the, ooh. Well, you're just going to refuse, aren't you? Okay. Until we reach the build ceiling. So, yep, let's just do that. It is going to fluctuate a little bit here and there, which is fine. As long as we keep going up pretty much in a straight line, that's what I want. And these are close enough that they attach, which is great. Let's see. How... Okay, I should be almost at the build limit now. Let's put this. I like there. Put that there. And another one right there. So I'll know I'm at the build limit when I can't go up anymore. And there we go. This is the build limit. So now I've actually got to go over here and we just walk up the ramp. And we're now above the build limit. Cool. So that came through on that side. So I'm going to actually build that platform around over to that side. And then we will attach our rail posts to it. And for some reason that got deformed. I don't know why. Build this out this way and bring it around over here. Okay, come this way. And then we'll just drop to here. And that should be all right there. We'll bring it out this way a little. Oh. So, not only does it lock my camera, I can't, it's completely locked my camera. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Okay, so that one is there. Let's put one right there. And then we're going to put one more over here. Turn you this way and doesn't want to... We'll drop it right there. So there we go. That is my space elevator. Now, the only thing left to do is leave this platform here and then go along with my terrain tool and get rid of that ramp. Because we don't really want the ramp there. All we want is these rails going up. Let's actually see. I'm gonna make myself a train and we're going to drive our little train up there. So let's put one of these here. Yep, that'll do. And I think it is in the medium one. And that is coal. We want this one. I want the rail engine. So let's take the rail engine and we will attach it there. And then let's attach this here. Now we have power running through our rail. Our train will work. And let's go for a little ride. Look at that. So it does little bumps and everything along the way. but for the most part, not bad. And we managed to get all the way up here. So there we go. That is how I made my space elevator. And while it's not perfect, it's pretty good. I can deal with that. It doesn't spiral around and make you sick on the way up there. So all we got to do now is get rid of the spiral there, unless you want to keep the spiral. You can keep the spiral, because then you'll be able to drive vehicles up there, or we go here. We can make ourselves a hoverboard. Jump on our hoverboard, and we can hover our way all the way up there. Oops. But I am in creative mode, so double tapping actually activates the jump feature on my Astroneer. So I'm not actually hovering right now. I'm flying. But this will allow us, by traveling up the ramp here, to get past the build limit and all the way to the top. So I'm just going to run all the way up the ramp with my hoverboard. We should be close now. Fairly close. The top of the clouds are still up there. Any second now. Come on. Hoverboard, you can't be that slow. Maybe I should have made a VTOL. Nope, there's the top there. So, there we go. There is my rover right there. Well, apparently we lost a little bit of power using our hoverboard. But, yep. We can get up to the top using the hoverboard. And you can actually use the VTOL too. As long as you run the VTOL along the ramp here, you can pass the build limit and get up here and build yourself a space station. So, in my other save game, I have already built this. I've got my space station on the go. So, I'm going to get over there, work on that. I got to put some windows in and a roof. So, I'll get to work on that and see you later.